my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ash and I am currently camping in Idaho. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I was in Montana for a very short trip. They ended up getting a winter storm coming in exactly where I was. I was in the middle of where it was going to be. So I packed up and left and came into Idaho in the area where it wasn't touching. They ended up getting 5 feet of snow. So I'm very glad I left. But now I'm in Idaho. I think I'm like 2 hours outside of Yellowstone. I feel like I'm just circling Yellowstone at this point. I did Grand Tetons, Yellowstone. I went to Cody. I went at the very bottom of Montana. I was thinking of going to Glacier. I'm glad I didn't because Glacier got the flash flood warnings the time I was talking of going. And then the winter storm came and I'm in Idaho now. And it is so nice to be back in an area with trees and grass. And my neighbor has the coolest setup. I don't want to show it because I think he might live in it, but he has 2 horses that just roam around with him, and yesterday he loaded them up and I'm assuming went camping with them. I have a feeling today is going to be a loud day. Today is the 4th of July. There is a heat wave going through the United States. I think I am outside of it, even though technically these next 2 days are going to be the hottest days I've had here. I think I am outside of the heat wave. There's also cows that live out here and they have been screaming all morning. I don't know why. There's one that has been sitting outside our camper, literally behind it, screaming his head off, but it is the most apathetic sound I've ever heard of a cow. It sounds like a human. I'm excited to spend the 4th of July with you guys, even though you guys are seeing this later. I'm excited.
Morning comes with the early summer light. Curtains sway gently by the window, and you're sleeping.
I am walking Mr. Fitzpatrick as always, but I'm doing very short loops, pretty much just going back and forth in front of camp because there are so many people here camping and I don't want to ruin their time by taking an Australian Shepherd into their camp. But man, it is so hot out here. All I want to do is go to the beach. I want to go to the beach and play in the ocean and feel like a good cool breeze because it's hot. This heat wave, I was not ready for it. I don't even think Fitz really wants to go on a walk. I think he just wants to go to this man's horse. Which, speaking of, I'm certified to cut hair in Arizona. Do you think he'd let me cut the horse's bangs? Nothing today besides read. It has been too hot to think of doing anything. It is finally later and starting to cool off, so I thought I would start making a fire. But the people who were here last, I guess they destroyed the fire ring. I'm not really sure what happened. The rocks are all still there. The wood that they used is still there, but all of the rocks are just scrambled. I'm gonna have to redo it.
What are the odds? Man, it's so odd being here at the same time. Missing the plot, as if it's not that big of a deal. We're here at the same time. This little planet of mine, planet of ours.
So I've got the fire ring set up, I've got my chair out, I'm very excited, and because I am extra paranoid because of all the fires that are happening, this is an area where you can have a fire, but I am nervous. I do have my water set up, so if something were to happen, I have 45 gallons of water that I could use. I can't remember the last time I had a fire on grass, so I'm really nervous, and it has literally rained. It has literally rained most of the days that I've been here, so I'm sure it's fine. The ground's wet. It was raining last night. I just don't want to be a person who starts a forest fire. That would be horrible. Everything's set up and ready. I didn't think about it, but I bought hot dogs because if you're someone who van lives, you know that you have to get to your campsite early before a holiday like this because everybody else wants to be camping. So I actually got here 3 days ago to find this spot so that I would have somewhere to be when the 4th happened. It sounds crazy, but It is a thing. So I'm going to be at the same spot for like 5 to 7 days. I haven't decided yet. And this has been like a weird spot. This is my first spot to camp in Idaho for one. There's like an actual campground not far from here, and everyone on the campground website says to come here and ride these trails, that they're amazing, which is a forest road, which is obviously what I'm camped off of. And so every now and then I get these like ATVs and four-wheelers and dirt bikes drive in front, and they're fine. They're a little loud, but like they're not throwing dust, they're not being reckless, so I don't care. But it's been a weird experience because I've had people come in with their ATVs and come to our campsite with our fire ring and take the wood out of it and then leave. I'm not confrontational enough to say anything, but it was so weird to watch two women get out of their ATV, park next to us, take our firewood, and then leave. And a couple nights later, I had a couple pull up closer to our fire ring and park and drop their trailer and leave like 3 days before the 4th so that they would have our campsite. I'm like, that's so weird that people are being so annoying about this. I've seen people online saying that they've gone to campsites that are dispersed free camping and they found cones up from where families are reserving the camp spot for the holiday. And I'm like, that's not how this works. You have to be here. When I left our campsite to go buy groceries to prepare ahead of time, I didn't expect to come back and find it. Was I hoping to find it? Yes, but I didn't expect to come back and find it because it is so close to the holiday. People are already starting to scout. So it's weird to me that people were being rude about it. I don't know. I just could never. I'm not confrontational enough. But I need to look through our garage and find our sticks for like hot dogs and s'mores because they're buried. This garage is rough. I don't have any storage to elevate anything, so anything flat just ends up on the bottom and buried in a mound. I have to go back home in September, and I plan to like revamp the garage and fix some other things that are going on. The garage is definitely gonna be a big one because I can't find anything. That's why I haven't got my chair out in so long, is because it's so buried under everything. Wish me luck finding these. I almost forgot your dinner, buddy. It's an hour late. Sit. Wait. Go. Oh. Here you go, buddy. There you go. Go. So the fire's going. I did find my sticks for the hot dogs, so I think it's time to get some hot dogs. And I bet Fitz already finished his bowl. Almost. I have a slow feeder, but he's kind of mastered how to eat around it. Not as slow as it should be. It's closed because there's so many bugs. Okay, so I need hot dogs, ketchup, and mustard. I also need to find the buns. That weird bridge where I was watching like a bunch of anime during like COVID, and then COVID kind of stopped and like life kind of got back together and I stopped watching anime again, so I'm trying to get back into the ones I was watching. I think Solo Leveling's the only one I've maintained. I'm gonna go watch anime, go hang out. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. It has been a very busy morning. We woke up and then started trying to decide where we want to go next. Obviously, I think like most people during the heat of the summer, which is July and August, we're heading towards the Pacific Northwest. I have a friend there I want to see. I've never been, so I want to see it in general. So I'm very excited to get there, but trying to travel around the heat, that's affecting everybody right now is so annoying. I know it's just part of van life, but it takes so much longer to plan. I've been looking at that. I'm about to start packing up. I've been listening to everyone else pack up. It's July 5th, so everyone's leaving this morning. They literally were only here for the 4th, which is crazy to me. Yeah, I guess we're about to leave. I'm excited. I did like this place a lot, but it wasn't my favorite place because there were so many people, and I know that's just based on the fact that it was the 4th of July, so everybody was out here. I'm excited to get closer to the beach because I want water so bad. I'm gonna pack things up, get things clean, probably make some coffee before I leave, and then, yeah, I guess start getting into it. I know I need to get gas. I have enough gas to get to the gas station down the road, and that's about it. And then I need to probably get groceries. I need to do laundry. It's gonna be a long day before I get to camp, I'm afraid. I've been here for 5 days now, and I think I still have like 75% of my water, as well as, solar. It feels better in the peak heat of the day, but I'm not getting a ton of solar, so I think my solar's at like 35%, which will be fixed once driving, so it's not the end of the world. It's the only thing that actually ran low for once was the solar. If I would have moved to another spot, it would have been fine, but the sunnier spots were closer to neighbors, so I am here. Let's get to packing.
Walking down the street when I see you with someone new. You look happier, you do. Empty bottles on my hotel room, thinking of you. You look happier, but are you? 'Cause I miss the way you make me feel. Emotions runs like a spinning wheel. Why don't you run away with me tonight? 'Cause darling, you're just not wasting time. And don't try to hide it with your smile. 'Cause you're not in love with it. You know you should be with me. Love is catching fire once again. And I'll find a way to change your mind. For you I will walk that extra mile. 'Cause you're not in love with it. You know you should be with me. Love is catching fire once again. We were young back then, I know. We getting older now. Take me back to our memories. Oh, we can be so immature, but honey, I don't mind. Are we happier? Are we? 'Cause I miss the way you make me feel. Emotions runs like a spinning wheel. Why don't
So I've been
you
driving
run
for a few hours, and there is a motel gift shop, Western Bar, casino, restaurant, unique gifts. It's called the Silver Dollar, but they rival Buc-ee's when it comes to billboards. And so I've been watching them count down, and it finally said next exit, so I thought I would come here and see what it's about because there were so many signs that I'm intrigued. So I don't know what this place is, but we're about to find out. The whole thing's lined on the inside. Do I need it? As we're hitting peak summer. Is it over 90 most places that I am? Yes. Did I still buy the giant onesie? Yes. I am so excited. But look at this, you can wear it. It has a hood and a pouch. Sold. Good morning, everyone. I am officially camping in the North Panhandle of Idaho. It is beautiful. It's starting to look very Pacific Northwest, which I am so excited for. The only downside is the heat wave that's coming through is affecting this area as well. When I was looking up this area to come camp, it was going to be in the 70s. Now it's saying it's going to be in the 90s, which I could handle on my own. But with the pets, I don't love the idea of it being 90 for them. I know eventually it will have to be because it is summer, it's peak summer, but I try to keep them as comfortable as possible at this point. I feel bad for them. So this might be my one and only day here before I start heading over to the Pacific Northwest where it's cooler, but I wish it weren't. This campsite is gorgeous. As you can tell, there are trees and moss. There's a river that runs along the side. I could take my dog into to cool him off, but the cat is absolutely going to hate that and will not want to do that. So it's a very tricky situation to navigate. I wish I could just pull the camper into this area because it's so much cooler here than it is where we're parked, because where we're parked there's no trees. It's just an open field. But in this area it's so nice. I also forgot mosquitoes were a thing. They are so aggressive because the humidity is so high. I did get here yesterday, but I had a migraine, so I didn't film any talking clips, but I'll insert the B-roll from it. There's also a wrecked car for some reason over here, and it looks just like the one Ron Weasley wrecked in Harry Potter. And oddly enough, there's like forget-me-not flowers all around it, but the forget-me-not flowers just feel like a weird and eerie touch. Yesterday I came here and brought all my drawing supplies, and I brought it down by the water, and as I'm drawing I saw like movement like out of the corner of my eye, and I got nervous because technically we're in bear country. I know I don't leave bear country at this point, and so when I saw movement I kind of got nervous and like panicked, and I looked over and it was like 10 skunks. I didn't know they traveled in packs, but they were running at me like tail up, like ready to fight. They were so cute. They were doing that thing where they back up and they drag their toes, but it was terrifying to not know what was coming at you and then to realize that you still have to run. Saw them, realized, and I like jumped out of my chair. I left everything and just moved away. They could have the whole area to themselves because I was not getting sprayed by 10 skunks. I've never seen that many skunks together. There's a park in Arizona I used to go to, and they had random skunks, but they were like the size of possums. They were bigger than this. These were so cute and tiny, and they just came out of nowhere. It was so wild. This place is gorgeous. I would gladly stay here for the 14-day limit because this is a free campsite. Can you guys like correct me if I'm crazy about this? This is BLM land. It's a campground, but it's free. It's just established solely on the fact that it has fire rings. There's nothing else here. There's not that many people here because it's so hot. There's only one other camper, so there's at least 4 or 5 other campsites that are open, and they all have water access because they're all on the water. But there's a family who came in and parked directly next to us at our campsite, and then is now using like the wooded area next to our camper for them and their kids, as well as the spot in front of our camper. And they like came in, parked next to us, and then just started like taking their stuff out, including their kids' toys. And then now they're like in the woods next to us, like hanging out as if they were here first. I don't know, it's so weird. I don't even like crossing people's campsites when I have to like go somewhere. I won't even cross it because it feels rude to me to like be in someone's space. I know it's free, but I mean, I come out here to be alone and enjoy the quiet and the peace and not have to deal with people. So I don't want to be the person that's in the way or like disturbing them. I try to make sure my dog's being normal. That's hard to do. He's an Australian Shepherd, but I don't know, it's so weird. I don't like it, but I'm not gonna say anything because I'm not confrontational. This has been such a weird experience of like campsites in this video. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not looking for these people. They're finding me. I'm not gonna show you like their car or them because that's rude by all means, but I would never do that. So like, why would other people do that? I don't understand. But I guess I'm going to eat lunch and hang out by the camper because they're where I've been all day. Man, I was just bragging about this campsite and then they pulled up. But like, look how many are open. Okay, Okay, it is time to head out again. There's only a few things that I have to do before we leave. A few of the main ones is making sure the soap bottle that's usually on the counter is in the sink because otherwise it will be on the floor and spilt. Another one is locking the TV. It's on a swivel, but there are 2 screws that you pull down. And then you put back in and it locks the TV from wiggling. It never stays like this though, because as you can tell it sticks out and in the way. There's the only way to put it so that it could wiggle over enough to be in the center. So that's why it's there. And then everything else is just picking things up. So aka moving the TV remote because that would fall, grabbing my Kindle, and then usually grabbing my water bottle. For some reason, this cat bowl is magic. It's only ever spilled twice, and we've been on 3 tires before, and it didn't spill. The times it does spill, it's very confusing. And then same for the water bowl. If you travel with a dog, these no-spill water bowls really do work in a camper. Between like washboards, potholes, once again being on 3 tires, this thing has never spilt out of here. So they have constant water all the time. No stress, no worries. And of course the big thing is just taking the window shades down, but that one's kind of obvious.